12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come off the ball.
The first carry for C.J. Procise. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. C.J. Procise, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end.
In boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Now Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Keep on coming, baby.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Procise. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Wilson buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And 18 to zip. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now it's Lockett. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
15. 1 left. Let's go, 14. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike, 54.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now Wilson on 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to get out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Watch the screen. Yellow. Shoot. Right there. 54. 54, Mike. Watch the run.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Alpha. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Now a play fake here on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, Wilson. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line. 2nd and 10.
Double count right here. Double count. 56. 56 right there.
Wilson to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It's good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. To throw again on second down, Mahomes.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Watch the slant.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 38 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
It's a party now. It's a party.
To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the... Oh, that was dangerous. threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch the safety creep. Check it out.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. We have hit. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Robinson's got it. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Backwards, 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
53, Mike.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Attack!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Easy. I 7, let's go. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Get him.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 up. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson being chased out left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Mahomes, flushed out right. That is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second down and goal. Mahomes. This is caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the interception, here's Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Prosise. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
He's crossing. He's checking credit. Check. Hey. Check. 14. Got it.
Wilson. And he's got it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 63 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and react.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you, you know. If people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.